Yo, 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 what's up with it?
What
Thank
up, yo? What up?
Oh man, another day. The dollar is supposed to
Yes,
be what's it, Christmas Eve or some shit.
yeah, it's that.
Yeah.
It's
It's
that.
that, for sure. For sure, for sure.
To those, happy
For
Christmas
those that
Eve.
celebrate, I mean happy holidays to all y'all holiday celebrators, man. We ain't judging nobody. You do what y'all do. I mean,
Right.
it is what it is.
But y'all know what it is, right? Sports Talk Wednesdays live on the Xmas
Exactly.
Eve edition while everybody else is busy doing what they do, wrapping up they gifts and unwrapping storylines. We got big wins, big tension, big money, even bigger consequences across all the damn platforms, NFL, NBA, and beyond. So you know how we
You
do,
know what it
D.
is.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
let's get it
You know,
cracking.
let's get it cracking. Let's go ahead and do what we do about this time, like we always do about this time, baby.
Wednesdays live, let's ride. D and Doc's on the mic, no lie. Clap it up, stand tall, we thrive. Things of that nature, we keep it live. Woo! Yeah, Sportz Talk Wednesdays live.
Welcome back, y'all. You know how we do on Sports Talk Wednesdays live, things of that nature, man. Tap in, tap in. You know what I'm saying? The link, I believe it's in there. If not, I know D will be dropping the link anytime shortly here, so that way y'all can
Yeah,
join us
yeah. I
on
might
our
be slipping.
endeavors today.
Might be slacking on my Mac in this
It's
business,
all
bro.
right, man. Hey, you know what I'm
You
saying?
know.
We still doing what we do on this special day to some and to others, you know what I'm saying? It started earlier on in this month. So, we're gonna keep
Yeah,
on
yeah.
keeping on and do what we do, giving y'all the updates and talk pop our P's. We might have some special guests to jump on, and hopefully we do, because we always enjoy having those different perspectives and opinions and
Yeah.
discussions and all of that good stuff, right? So,
Love the characters that come on this show. 'Cause,
indeed, indeed.
let's see let's see oh shit. I don't have it up, man. I'm slacking on my
It's
Mac.
all right. It's all right. I can take care of that if you want, or if you want to go ahead and take care of that if you're already in process. But in the meantime, man, I do want to go ahead and say thank you to all the Thinksters. Thank you to everybody that's watching. Looks like we got 15 eyes on us today. So we'll go ahead and salute to y'all out there that's tapping in and keeping this live, man, as we keep going up, keep spreading the link. Um, I don't know what Brecken Hankins is and who he is or that person is, but thank you.
Yeah.
I see you dropping a whole bunch of 6 7s, but we don't do that on this show, partner. All right. So, what we're gonna do into and get into is the NFL once D gets everything linked up for the peoples and that might want to jump in. There we
Yeah.
go. You can join us. The link is now posted in our comment section. So go right ahead and tap that in, and then we'll go ahead and bring you from backstage as soon as you appear.
Yeah, you know it, you know it.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
But let's jump off into this this crazy week that we just had of football, man.
Let's
Week
do it.
week 16, we got the good, the bad, the ugly, and the stank of the NFL. We're gonna start off with the with the good, of course. You know what
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying? Certified week 16 dogs. They was in there getting it. Seahawks pulled off a comeback of the week, man. They beat the Rams in a close one, 38-37 in OT, overcoming a 16-point deficit, man. So kudos to the Sea Squawks for doing
Yeah.
what they did. You know what I
Yep.
mean?
Mm.
The Eagles, they clinched the NFC West. I mean East, NFC East. They beat Washington 29-18, man. They locked up the division. So they doing their thing. The Bears stunned the Packers in OT, right? They got that
Mm-hmm.
22-16 win, man, with the late rally and the OT touchdown. Um, hey, Chicago's defense came through, bro. So
They did. They did. They
can't miss
pulled
one.
up tight. But it's about to be
Yeah.
tested coming up
Oh yeah, they
shortly.
about to get tested real soon here. Yes, sir. Yep, yep. The Chargers keep rolling. Boo! Chargers keep rolling. They beat the Cowgirls. Boo! One
Right.
time I root for them sorry motherfuckers. They want to lose the game and shit. You know what I mean? But it's all good.
Right.
The
Right.
Chargers beat them 34-17, man. Staying in the AFC playoff hunt, right? So
Right.
the Bengals exploded offensively, man. Cincinnati dropped 45 on Miami, bro. They
I
let them
know.
have it.
I know. They sure did.
45-21, man. Joe Burrow had 309, 4 touchdowns.
Mm-hmm.
Gotta give it to them. They did what they had to do, right?
Yeah.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
The bad teams that hurt themselves. The Cowgirls, 0 points in the second half. 0 points in the second half, bro. Like, damn.
Crazy.
You know what I mean?
Crazy.
And, Chargers just basically owned the field on that one. They ran it. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Yep.
Uh, Next is KC. They only put up 9 points, bro.
Right.
It really hurt. I mean, you're only missing Mahomes. Not taking nothing from the dude. We know he's a great quarterback and all that, but still, all y'all could do was just count on your kicker, huh? Like,
Right.
and I get it because backup guy don't get no snaps. He don't get no reps. He ain't
Mm-hmm.
used to the center. The center ain't used to him. I get it. It happens. You know.
Right.
But y'all lost to the Titans, bro.
Yeah.
Y'all lost
Yeah.
to the Titans, bro. They're what they're 3-12 now or something like that, or three. Like, come on, bro. They was a 2-11 team, and y'all let them
Mhm.
come in and
Sure.
hold you to 9 points, bro. That's
Yep.
what's going on, Andy Reid. What's going on over there?
Talk
Yeah,
to us.
yeah. The Giants, they took a L to Minnesota.
Okay.
Uh,
That
they
is what
couldn't
it is.
generate nothing. They couldn't do anything explosive.
Right.
You gotta have, like we all know this, like you gotta have those explosive plays.
Right.
Whether it's a run or a pass, the missed tackle for the run after, the yards after the catch and all that shit.
Mm-hmm.
So, you gotta have some explosive plays to get that momentum rolling and building, whether it's on offense or I mean, if it's defensively, you
Right.
gotta hope it carries over to the offense, right?
That part.
And vice versa, right? We gotta, so but yeah, they didn't do too much, man. And the Browns, come on, the Browns fell. They made it look like it was a really bad loss, but it was only a 3-point loss. I
Right.
mean, they lost to Buffalo, as I would expect, just because, right? But
Right.
I mean, shit, they still looking. I mean, got to give them some. I mean, what do you expect?
Right.
What do you expect? You
Mm.
know what I mean? What do you
Yep.
expect?
That part.
Now we're gonna jump off to the ugly, straight up nasty football. The Jets, the Jets. Um, I mean, shit, we already know they dumped the whole roster. They, you know what I mean, to get what they looking for next season. So kind of
Yep.
expect it. Uh, 29-6. Like, damn, bro. Saints, did their thing, right? The ugly. I mean, damn, they showed up twice in the ugly. So, the Chiefs
Right.
losing to a 3-12 team by 17. That's brutal, no matter how you look at it, right? Uh,
Right.
the Giants, they made it again too, under the ugly. Uh, bro, this is another week and another game scoring under 20 points. 20 points or under, bro.
It happens.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It
Yeah, it's
happens.
ugly football, man.
Yep.
And now we're gonna jump off to the stank, and it's the stuff you spray Febreze on. You feel me? And
Right.
and unfortunately, my boys they got handled 34-20
Broncos in the house,
Jacksonville.
watch our defense slide.
Right.
Uh-oh. We lost you. We lost you for a second. Your mic. Yeah,
12
there
and
you go.
3. We
Yep.
12-3. So I'm not really hurt by the loss. I mean, every now and then when you on that run, you need to get punched in the mouth, and they got punched in the
Yeah.
mouth.
It's all
So
right. All
it
right.
ain't nothing because we already clinched.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? We got a playoff berth. I'm not stressing off of that.
And I
Now these
think that
next 2
had to
games,
do a lot with it. You know what I'm saying? I think what they're doing is resting up, maybe like sending in packages. different packages that they didn't send in to get here. You know what I mean? Just to rest up some of those package individuals and personnel. So
Yeah,
we already
yeah,
know that they're gonna be there, man. When they
yeah.
need
We
the
ain't, we
stuff,
ain't.
they're gonna be right there.
Yeah. So I just kind of laugh. They had us in the stink like it was something really bad, but it really. I mean, come on, that's the third loss.
Hmm. Right,
Got to lose a couple, right? I mean, shit.
right.
I mean, shit. I mean, what happens when you go undefeated? Ask the Patriots, and then talk to Eli Manning. You feel
Yeah,
me?
that
Went
part.
undefeated, got to the Super Bowl, and that one team
Right,
put it on you. You
right.
know. But
Makes the difference.
anyways, yeah, that shit. It's one of the things. How it go down. The Cardinals, they lost 26-19 to Atlanta, man, and they just look like they waiting for the draft, bro. They just waiting for the draft because there's nothing. Yep, and of course they always in the stank. The Raiders, the Raiders.
Yeah.
Hey, they put up a fight. It was a 23-21 loss. But they still lost. They still lost, and of course the one shit talkingest Raider fan in the world who don't even know who on his team is nowhere to be found today. He ain't even hit me back. Yeah. All right, big dog. That's what your team is trash. Um, hey, they
Stupid.
man, the Raiders are stinking up the AFC West basement. They ain't even on the main floor. They in the basement, and it stank from the basement just coming up through the floorboards, bro. You know,
Yep. Yep.
I don't know what they're gonna do over there. I don't know if they think it's a Pete Carroll problem or I don't know. I don't know what they're gonna do. We'll have to see. I'm sure they're working on it now because they ain't working on this season. So you know, and the
Right.
Jets once again, the Jets, y'all in the bottom. Y'all certified stank because that's 6 points. Come on, come on.
Gotta play football, man. You gotta get something for somebody to watch, man.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah, yeah.
you
Like at
there's
least
teams
go out
out
there and
there, yeah,
give something. You know what I mean? Do something.
and there's other teams out there that have been eliminated, and they're still trying to spoil other people. So you still got something to
Exactly.
play for, man.
Exactly, exactly. So, man, that was the good, the bad, the ugly, and the stank. Now, this playoff picture after week 16, and this is based on Sporting News, NBC News, Fox, Bleacher Report, and ESPN. A little combination, of everybody. So
Now,
y'all
this
can
is the what
be out
you
there.
this is the playoff picture, or if this is this their
Yeah,
standings like
I'm
for
gonna give you the standings and what's popping right now, like
oh,
division leaders, who's wild cards, who's in the hunt, and so
all
forth.
right. Yes, sir.
Uh, so Okay, we're gonna rock with the AFC division leaders, but you already know who that is. You can look at the hat, 12-3.
Broncos in the house, watch our defense slide.
Ride on, orange crush, we bring that heat. Woo! 60-minute, man, no surrender, no retreat. Yeah.
Blue skies blaze when we take that field. Bronco Nation, that line don't yield. Hands up.
Yeah.
That's right. That's right. Number two, you got the New England Patriots at 12-3 as well. They that's the AFC East. They clinched their playoff berth. The Jags, 11-4. AFC South clinched. Number four is your Steelers, AFC North at 9-6. Man, they lead the division after week 16. They got some things that can happen that might be able to derail them. We'll probably get into that a little later. Our AFC wild cards is the Los Angeles Bolts, but they've clinched, but there's still a wild card. Buffalo, they clinched the berth as well, and rounding up at number 7 is the Texans, who they hold the final. Currently, they holding the final wild card spot. Indianapolis and Baltimore in the hunt, but there's going to have to be some things that happen for them to really,
Yeah.
you know, see any to get up in there. NFC,
Mm, mm,
yeah. So
yeah.
we got division leaders. You're looking at the Sea Squawks.
Yeah.
They holding the NFC West, man. They number one after beating the Rams in OT. So they
Yep.
got that shit locked up. The Bears coming up at number 2, 11 and
Hmm.
4. NFC North, they clinched the West as well. Got them Philly Eagles right there at 10-5. They got the NFC East. They clinched. And of course, coming in at number 4, San Francisco 49ers, 10-5.
Bang bang Niner gang, we back again. From the turf to the base, they're red and gold flame.
Yeah, we don't fall, we roll. Niners for life.
Yeah,
That's right, baby. They have clinched the playoff berth as well. Your wild cards is the LA Rams, but they've clinched the berth. Carolina Panthers 9-6 after getting that little win, right? And then you got the Falcons that hold the final wild card spot in the NFC at 9-6. You got Minnesota, New Orleans, and Green Bay all tied with at 8-7, and they're all in the hunt. So quick summary: you got Broncos, Patriots. They tied, at the 12 and 13 for the number 1 seed. The Jags, Chargers, Bills, all clinched. Texans are holding the 7th. Colts and Ravens still alive. NFC, Sea Squawks, they got that top one, right?
Mm-hmm.
Bears,
Mm-hmm.
Eagles, Niners, Rams, all clinched. Panthers,
Mm-hmm.
Falcons, wild card, and then the Saints, Vikings, and Packers are fighting for the last ticket. You feel me?
Yep.
So, and that's how that playoff picture looking, man. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of these next couple games starting tomorrow, but but you already know who they is.
Yeah.
That Christmas game. We got a couple Christmas games actually. We got a triple header.
Mm-hmm.
We're looking at, of course, Broncos Chiefs. Hold on, y'all. I just deleted some shit I didn't supposed to delete.
Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah, knucklehead. Hitting the wrong buttons and stuff.
Yeah.
But we got that Christmas triple header, man. You got the Cowboys and the Commanders. Dallas is favored by 6.5. This is really a pride game. This is because they both been eliminated. So
Right.
this is just for the bragging rights of the divisions and shit like that. That's all this game is for right here. And you got the Lions and the Bears in Chicago. We already know that weather was crazy last week, right?
Yeah.
So you're gonna see what it's gonna look like. There wasn't no snow. Might be some snow. We don't know what's that gonna look like. You know what I mean? The Lions are fighting to stay alive. The Bears are good. Win, lose, or draw. And like I said, Broncos, Chiefs. We got I think the later game. We just trying to maintain the AFC West lead. KC is just there. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? They really just there. And we looking at Sunday, or not Sunday, Saturday. Excuse me, Saturday games. We got the Texans and the Chargers. It's a revenge game for the Chargers because they lost to them earlier in this. They lost to them earlier in the season. So this has a lot of AFC wild card implications right here. Chargers only favored by like -1.5, right? Ravens, Packers. Packers are favored to win by 2.5, right? They're fighting for the wild card, and the Ravens are trying to stay alive. So the Ravens need this game. They both need it. Somebody got to lose, but they both need it because I
Right.
think if the Packers lose this one, that might put them out of the wild card, out of their chances. So we'll see. We'll see how that. They ain't been looking bad, but they ain't been looking aggressive. Just kind of, shit happens, bro, and just
Yeah. It does.
things don't always go your way, right? Then we looking at Sunday. We got Eagles, Bills, Super Bowl. That's like they're saying this could be a Super Bowl 60 preview, but fuck out of here. 'Cause y'all
Nope.
got to get through us, bitch. The Bills is my second squad, but you were my second squad for a reason. Right here. You feel
Right.
me? You got the Seahawks and the Panthers.
Yep.
Panthers are just fighting to stay alive, man. Seahawks are favored by 7.5. The Jags and the Colts. Colts need it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? The Jags already clinched. The Colts need it. They're for just to keep them alive. And the
Mhm.
Jags are favored by 6.5. Uh, Bengals Dolphins. Bengals put up 45, so they riding on a high. They on their high horse, right? Uh,
Mhm.
Dolphins ain't. Dolphins can only just spoil some shit, maybe. That's
Yeah.
about it, right? That's about it.
Mhm.
Titans and the Patriots. The Patriots ain't tripping. Well, they are, but not as much. Just because the Titans can play spoiler as far as seeding would go.
Right.
You know what I mean? So go Titans. Go Titans. We rooting for y'all. Steelers and the Browns. I mean, the Steelers are leading the AFC North, right? We already know the Browns are just looking at what draft order they're going to be in for next
Right.
season. So
Right.
the Browns can pull off a right,
Right.
make some things sketchy for the Steelers because they're only, like I said, I think they're 9-7. So yeah, you got to be, you Vikings Giants. The Vikings are still alive in the wild card race, but Giants are eliminated, so they just there to fuck up some shit. See how that go, right?
Right.
Uh, Saints and the Bucks. The Saints are in the hunt. The Bucks are eliminated. This is a must win for New Orleans. So, and the Bucks ain't been looking too good the last few games. Um, so this might be that one where they, get to go out on a little note and say we ruined your shit.
Yep.
So, that's the spoilers. You got the Jets and the Jags. The Jags are favored. Come on, like the Jets ain't about. If the Jets win that game, bro, there's something wrong with football. It's rigged, right? Like I don't know. Sunday night, we got the Bears versus the Niners. And Levi,
That is right.
that is the game right there, baby. That
That
is the
is the game.
Sunday night
The
matchup. The Bears have clinched the North.
Sorry, Steve.
Niners are fighting for seeding, and Frisco is favored by 2.5.
Oh
So
yeah, they rolling, 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 rolling,
yeah,
rolling. I mean, right now we got things
and
locked in at the right time.
yeah,
So I can't
yeah,
complain.
and the Brock McCaffrey connection is there. It ain't really stopped. So it's like got
Yeah,
yeah.
we got
It
some
sucks when
rookies,
you got
man.
to stop two people versus one person, right? Yo, we
Right?
shut Birdie, Purdy down. We good. No, you're not, because that little motherfucker come out the backfield and do everything.
Yep, he
So
come in, and I like that they using them still. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
So
yeah, you
it's
don't stray
it's
from that.
it's, it's great to see that, you know what I'm saying, they know who they breadwinner is and how to ride it until the sunset and ride off and do all of that, man.
Yeah,
But it's good to see that this is spreading across some of the rookies that we got too, man. We got a first sack of the season on Monday against the Colts. You know what I'm
mhm,
saying? From rookie defensive tight end, tackles Collins and West, bro. So that's just good to see them stepping up on the defensive side of the ball, because that's been our questionable, side more than anything. Is just like, man, can we stop people? Can we go ahead and hold them? And
yeah,
we know that's been a staple of the Niners for a long time. Yeah, we could put up numbers, but you know what I'm saying, our defense really put in work out there. So it's good to see them. Saying then we got the secondaries, and Jair Brown, I'm saying, he's coming off doing what he's doing. We got Mustafa. So man, it's good to see, bro. Our special teams is even looking nice. So I'm loving
yep,
it.
yep.
And I didn't even know this real quick. Eddie Pinero, first miss of the season,
I
which
know.
was 64 yards. Can't complain because his longest was it was like, I think his long is like 58. So he was really pushing it and it just fell short, man. It hit the damn, bro. You couldn't call that on the trick shot.
Nah, nah, not at all. Yeah, he been solid. We
Yeah.
got the Monday night game. Excuse me, Rams versus the Falcons. The final Monday night game, 2025. The Rams have already clinched, and the Falcons are currently holding the 7 seed. So this is huge NFC wildcard implications. So what's at stake right now? You got 10 teams that have clinched entering Week 17, right? Buffalo, Denver, Jacksonville, New England, Chicago, Rams, Philly, Frisco, Seattle. Everything else is being fought for. So you got two wild card spots in the AFC. You got two in the NFC, along with some seeding battles. So based on wins and losses, we'll see how people are going to be sitting. Um, and that's that Week 17 preview, man. And now
Right.
I just want to just touch on the DK
Yeah.
Metcalf and his
Yeah.
issues. Um, bro, so we know he got into an altercation with a fan.
Hmm.
And first thing I gotta say is to you fans, leave them people alone. Pay your money, sit your ass down, holler and scream with your team and the people around you, and stop being assholes, man. Why do y'all like? It's not that serious to be a heckler like that. I don't get it. I don't understand it. I'm not saying DK was right or wrong, but I understand. You got somebody that's constantly messing with you at work.
Right.
Sooner or later, if it's not handled, you're gonna snap. You're
Right.
gonna check them. And this person allegedly is, I think the first time.
See that part.
Not even. I'm talking when he was in Seattle. You know what I'm saying? He's had instances with this individual, bro, and something needs to be done. And I get he's paying his money to be there, but for you to be irritating and talking trash and saying who knows what to people is unnecessary, bro. At the end of the day, he at work. He
Right.
at work. He knows what comes with it, but it shouldn't be over the top. Why does you know what I mean? We understand heckling comes with it. That's the whole part of the sports, right?
Right.
But when is it too much? When is it too excessive? And fans need to check themselves, or fans around need to check other people. I don't know what it is. It's just to me, it's stupid because
Yeah.
man, you just cost your irritation cost the man a lot of bread. You feel me?
Right.
And and I know people are gonna say, "Oh, well, he should have been the bigger man." And well, if you got somebody in your ear all day calling you a bitch and a hoe and a punk motherfucker or whatever the case may be, at some point, as
And
much as you
follow you
ignore it,
to another team.
yeah,
That
as
little
much as
man
you can
followed
ignore
you to another
words,
team,
at
bro.
some point you're gonna stop and you're gonna check a motherfucker.
Yep. Catch a lot of these people outside their job. You're not doing that.
Yeah, you're not
That's
doing
the
that.
biggest thing. And if you are doing it, then you know what I'm saying, you get everything that comes your way. And once again, let's just dive real quick into this. We're not applauding what DK did, and we're not
No,
denouncing either. I know I
yeah,
stand on a fence, and that fence is both sides have things that they need to work on. But when you have it so close to where these fans can interact with these entertainers, then it's an issue, man. It's really an issue. Just look at anything, and then you got drinking going on, right, at these events. So it's not your normal workplace. I know we speak about that as far as you're going to somebody's workplace, right? But this is the workplace here is confrontational. It is a physical confrontation battle. Testosterone is running super high. And here this dimwit comes. Yeah, whatever, right? And nothing in your ticket said that you can get in a player's face, talk
yeah,
shit to them, call them names, talk bad about their family and everything else because you either don't like the way they're playing the sport or they're whooping your team's ass. Whichever it is, I can't see you being a fan of the man and then aggravate him that much unless
yeah.
you invited him on a date. If, you know, being a fan of a man that bad much, but definitely it wasn't pleasantries that I'm sure that were exchanged, and there was some time that elapsed. It wasn't a quick, oh, you said this and I said that, I turn around, I respond. So there was some
Yeah.
dialogue that got
There was
exchanged.
dialogue that was going on. Yeah,
Yes.
there's a big exchange going on, and you know how the media is. They gonna show what they want you to see. You know what I
Exactly.
mean? And
Because once again, there's other people that come on these other platforms and speak about it that played in this highest level of entertainment, that they said that, man, this ain't the first time, it won't be the last time. It's just this is one got caught on camera. the ones that always get caught on camera are the ones that they try to make an example out of. Because that wasn't the only altercation, from what I understand, that game. So why is that the only one being exploited?
Yeah,
But it is in his hands. Get your hand out my pocket, because your hands is all in his pocket. I'm sure he's feeling the wrath of that one, and especially if they make the next decision that I'll let you go into, because I know right now it's just
yeah,
game suspension money.
yeah,
So
yeah. So he's got a 2-game suspension. The appeal was denied. The NFL upheld the 2-game suspension for him
mhm.
swinging at a Detroit Lions fan. He's gonna miss the next next 2 games, regular season.
Man, he didn't
And
swing at
then,
him, bro. He did a 1-inch
yeah, it
punch.
was just a little push, yeah. But that's what they
Come on,
I don't want to misquote the information that he didn't swing at him, because I think, why would you swinging up is dumb anyway, right? If
right? That
anything, if he was really wanting to do something, he could have snatched him and pulled him over the fucking
pulled him
rail.
on over. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's what I'm
pulled his
saying.
ass over. Now
Right,
you in my cage, bitch. Like, you
right.
know what I'm saying?
By the time
So
they get to us, there's gonna be damage done.
yeah, exactly. Um, so there's $45 million in guarantees voided, and this is the bombshell, right? So his suspension triggered a clause in his contract that voids at least 45 million in future guaranteed money. He can still,
Ooh,
yeah, that's a lot of bread, right? 45 mil, baby. Yeah. So he can still earn the money by playing out the deal, but the Steelers are no longer obligated to pay if they decide to move on. So that's basically, if they say, "Hey, we're gonna move on with you, bro. This ain't no good look." Yada yada. Deuces. That 45
now
mil
I
is.
got a question. I got a question. Is this privy to information, or is this coming from the team?
This right here is.
Mm. And the reason why I asked that is because if the team is volunteering this information, what the fuck are they doing?
Yeah, yeah.
That part, right? Because if you
See,
don't have
I
a
think
decision,
this is just implication. This is,
okay,
if since he did breach a clause, you know what I'm saying, or
right?
he triggered something, as far as the suspension triggered a clause in his contract that could be voided
Understood.
if if they decide to move on without him, right? If they
Right.
keep him, he could play out the deal and still get that bread. So it's
Understood.
basically what they gonna do. And
But what I
who
but my concern is more of this. If it's privy knowledge, like, hey, you know what, you and I can go look this up, and it's right there. Bam, 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 bam. This is gonna happen. This is a possibility. Or is that somebody from the team that said, hey, this can implicate this if they decide to do this? Because if that's what the team is doing, that's bullshit on the team's behalf. But if it's something that a reporter can go pull up, link up, find, then hey, that is what it is, and let them
yeah,
handle it. But if the team is giving the information to somebody and it's being discussed through the reports and stuff of that nature, I think that's kind of BS, because if you haven't made a decision, and it seems like that they are not so bent on getting rid of them, so why would that be brought up unless you were sure, like, hey, you know what, this is the situation with Chris Paul. We sure we're gonna get rid of this dude. Blah 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 blah. That's
hmm
all.
yeah. Oh no, I got to get back to. I would have to ask all these
Right.
places I got the information. I don't
I
think they're gonna get back. They're not gonna get back to me, bro. I don't really think I got.
Yeah, we ain't got that type of pull just yet, but
I
it
ain't
was
got that
more
kind of pull yet. Yeah.
for us and for the fans to just give them a different way of thinking about things, man. Not everything
Yeah.
sometimes is, you have to question. We always look at the organizations in one light, right? And that light is that they have the best interest for the organization, and they're really behind these players. But we see time and time again, I'm not going to say names, Kaepernick, but I'm not going to say names, right? Where they just, you're like, why can't they support what this person is doing, but yet they support other people and what they do, and then
Mhm.
release
Yeah.
information that's detrimental to even moving forward when that has no
Yeah.
basis, because we're not involved in those. We didn't know that that was in this clause when it was decided. or that clause was in his contract. I mean, when they put it in there,
beforehand. Yeah.
right? So now is what the reason why I'm saying, like, okay, it's funny how we get privy to
It-
information when somebody
yeah.
is wrong. So
Hey, they had a problem with Cap taking a knee, but they didn't have a problem with Ray Rice knocking a bitch out and dragging her into an elevator, dog. That's all I'm
I,
saying. I'm just
right.
saying,
I
like,
mean, and we can go this or that, this or
yeah,
that. We can keep doing
yeah.
this
It's
with
kind of
different
like, come
names in
on, you know
different
what I
light.
mean?
Exactly. Exactly.
You know, and all
So
he had to do was some anger management classes and everything. But
right,
all this other man did was take a knee in solidarity to what he believed in, and you
right.
gonna shit on somebody's belief.
In a free country.
And a free, yeah, exactly. So
You
that
know,
means was it in his contract that says you can't take a knee? I doubt it.
right. See, I
You get what I'm
doubt it.
saying? So I
Or
doubt it. So yeah. So yeah, that
yeah.
But anyways, we're gonna digress. Gonna leave that alone. So I mean, what DK did, I mean, he went and had a confrontation with the guy. Kind of gave him a little shove. Some call it a punch to the shoulder area. I think it was just a little shove. Because if it was a punch, I think he wouldn't have been aiming for the shoulder. And honestly, if he was really that mad, I think he'd have snatched that motherfucker over the railing.
Right. Nobody punches up. You're not getting that much
Yeah,
power, man.
yeah. So that was just just common sense. I just people don't assess situations and try to look at shit from
Right.
outside and not a fan of or not of or whatever. They just want to judge some shit. But
Yep.
uh-uh.
Jury duty. Go to
Yeah,
jury duty.
go to jury duty.
That's
Yeah, exactly. Um, so the impact on the Steelers, man, he's their leading receiver, right? For the Steelers, he got 850 yards. I mean, and that's more than double the next guy that's on their next man up list. So, they're 9-6, fighting for that playoff spot. They gonna have to finish without him. Yo, what's up? Whoever that is. What's cracking?
Hey, you are a kid, 6'7". Yo, what's up? How you doing? Are you
Yeah, yeah.
talking about the Lions game situation? I was at that game if you are.
Yes, we are. Give us some insight, man. What you know? Give us
Yes,
yeah.
yes,
We would love
let
to
us
hear
know
what you
what
got to
you
say,
think. Yeah,
homie. Yeah,
exactly. But yeah, definitely, it's a lot that's going on with this, you know what I'm saying? So any
yeah,
insight would help us at least paint a better picture to the public because we all know from when Keith was at the game and his
yep,
exiting, you know what I'm
yep,
saying? The
yep,
way things get done at these games, man, it's really, really suspect. So
yeah,
definitely, man, if you got any information, you know what I'm saying, come on here. The link's there. If you can't
yeah.
jump on,
Crack that
drop
link
us
and
a text.
tap in,
You know what
bro.
I'm saying? Definitely.
Yeah.
Appreciate you. Appreciate you.
So from what reports are saying, coming out of the Steelers camp is that the Steelers do not plan to cut him, and they view him as a long term piece.
This dude.
And so, whatever, right?
I was sitting 4 rows above the guy who was doing the confrontation, and then it was around the end of the game, and people were going down to hopefully get some signatures. And then this guy was talking. See,
Mhm.
he took advantage of the situation when he knew it was already at the end of the game, things of that nature going on. But we got somebody else trying to jump on. It is an individual that's going to go by Keontae George. If we know who that is, we'll bring him to the stage, you guys. He's not
Yeah,
showing his face. What's up, Keontae George? Can't hear him. We'll go ahead and bring him back once he's all good. But it
yeah.
says when I seen DK and I was trying to get a signature from DK and I heard him yelling at the fan, and then I seen his hand. Yeah, we brought you on and then we heard something and then it kicked you back out. And then it says it looked like he was looked like it was going towards the hair, but I heard the person immediately scream and run up saying they got punched, but it looked more like a shove than a punch. Exactly. And
Exactly. Yeah.
so this is exactly what we're saying. Here's an individual. Shout out to you for giving us the play-by-play on being there firsthand. Salute you. We appreciate you. But this is exactly what we're talking about, you guys. When it comes down to it, there's people that's there watching it unfold, and we get a glimpse of the reaction, and that's it. And
Exactly.
then
Exactly.
it's exploited from that point because you see it on every damn channel, every platform, everything, right? And then it's a big name behind it. But this individual just said seen it, man. People are going down there trying to get autographs and things of that nature, and all of a sudden this dude just starts yelling these obscenities or whatever to DK, and like you said, he goes for this, and even he's right there. We agree, it's more than a shove than a punch. There was no
Yeah,
wind up. You don't get power hitting upwards. This isn't a video game. We're
yeah.
talking
Same Mike
life.
Tyson punch out.
Right. So, and then all of a sudden this person's all screaming, but yeah, had all of that talk, all of them words, everything that's going on and saying, hey, you know what? I'm gonna call you this. I'm gonna say this because this is what they want. That 5 seconds of
Mhm.
fame. Go out, man. Go be a walk on somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Go to your local boys club or LA Fitness, 24-hour, wherever you got a gym, man. Go join the league and be a star of that league. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Stop going to these people who are on a professional level at where they're at and tantalizing and you know what I'm saying, get these people riled up by trying to talk ish just so that way you can get a
Yeah.
quick payday or be on TV, ESPN, or you know what I'm saying, Shaq the Fool or whatever the hell it may be.
Yep.
But see, and it's worse because if he would have connected, guess what? If he would have really hurt that dude, like just say he
Yep.
did yank down. Now what? I mean, if this is all from just a shove punch, kind of like a nudge, a mush more than anything, right? Imagine if he yanked that dude down and just got to stomping on him and doing everything else. Now his whole livelihood is at stake, while this dude's livelihood just got better. Like, just think about that.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
It says, I seen that person running away to his car while everyone else started stepping back from the Steelers player, but everyone left soon after. Okay, it looks like we got some more coming after that. But see, this is what I mean. They're looking for, and it started popping up on YouTube feeds. Of course, that's what they're
Yeah.
doing. They want to go viral. Instead of
Yep.
doing some great content or catching, one of these Epstein predators doing something. Yeah, I mean, do
Yeah.
that. Do that, man. These
Yeah.
are just NFL players, bro.
Yeah.
Basketball players, when it comes to it, or soccer players or tennis stars, and then when they respond, it's always negative. Oh, they should have the bigger, they should turn the other cheek,
Right.
they should do the more, they're
Why?
getting paid millions. Why?
Who gives a fuck how much they getting paid?
Exactly.
Like they don't have to turn the other cheek because you're berating them with a bunch of bullshit because you in real life can't step your ass on any kind of court or field and do anything with your useless,
Right.
unathletic ass, and you just want to sit and talk shit. And then when someone finally said, "I had enough," now you want to scream victim. Look here, Karen, Ken, whoever the
Right.
fuck, y'all need to stop. Like
Right. It's
show
gotta
up to the
stop.
game, have some fun, talk a little shit. It's all in fun and love, and then take your ass home.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong. When I go to games, I talk my shit.
Oh,
Win, lose, or draw. I'm gonna talk my shit. But we ain't
shoot.
never gonna get physical because it's not that fucking serious. Because these motherfuckers is making billions. These teams are making they worth
Right.
billions and they getting it from fucking mostly us. So I'm not gonna
Right.
sit here.
Right. Like, it's ridiculous, man. But once again, I don't think that we should expect anything less just because a person on the size of, or the amount of money they make. That's ridiculous. We need to definitely start looking at things and holding the actions accountable. And sometimes we got to go ahead and understand the reaction, right? Because it's always the reaction. We known this. We've been taught this in school, man. Somebody throws a spit wad or whatever, passes a note. It's the person that's passing it and moving it forward from there, and then it goes on even more so. So it just becomes the situation that becomes blurred lines, man, and we got to start calling it for what it is. So, and this kid was sick during the game. That probably made him want to hit more. Whose kid was sick? Was it the in? I'm confused on that one. If you the Euro kid 6'7", if you can go ahead and just let us know a little bit more and clarification on what you mean by his kid was sick during the game. DK's kid was sick. Okay. All right. See, and that's more information. Like, I'm not knowing that. We're not knowing that. So now we're starting to get some more clarification. And of course, man, like, if you got a sick kid, you out there working, and you got somebody, come on, man, this is just adding up to being more and more shouldn't be as punishable of a fine. And what I mean by that is the millions. The 2-game suspension, you know what? I can't knock that. You did what you
Yeah.
did. You got, you know what I'm saying? Even though if it is correct or if it is right, sometimes we still got to suffer some type of consequence. Now, if the
Yeah.
team decides
Yeah.
not move on from him and he loses out on that 45, 46 million,
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
and if
45
this is
mil.
the
Yeah. That's where the issue. Like,
if this becomes
I
the
mean, he's
incident,
forfeiting 555,000 for these
right?
2 games. That's still a lot of bread too, but,
Yeah,
especially for someone like him who's used to making that, weekly
right,
or,
right.
half of that every week, right? 200 and whatever, thousand you get a game. So
Mm-hmm.
I get it.
So I got a ticket with me and my dad, and then my friend got another ticket with his dad on the other side. So we met up in the concessions, and he said he heard someone calling DK telling him about his kid, that his sick kid was sick. Okay, that his kid was, yeah, definitely, man. I expect you're finding out, like, hey, guess what, man? While you're over there doing what you got to do when you get home, we got to, saying little Johnny, little whoever is not feeling so well, little Miss Muffet, she's not doing the greatest. So whatever that is, you know what I'm saying? Like these are all things that they're human. They're not machines. Just because they're 6'8", 260 pounds, 300, you know what I'm saying, man? These guys, man, it's work to them. It is a job,
Yep.
you guys. Let's stop taking the ability of watching somebody do their job and you know what I'm saying, overbearing or inserting ourselves into their job. Whatever job you do, if you work at McDonald's, if you work at Boeing, if you work in the military, nobody is going to be allowed to come put their 2 cents into your job and be in your face yelling about what you do. Now, it may happen at a fast food or a restaurant because you have interaction like that, or maybe customer service anywhere else. But when you walk into that arena, like D and I was speaking before this, that is a calm situation. A football arena is already high strung testosterone. It is a combat sport. So you
Yep.
can't expect anything less, man. So, man, shout out to you for giving us all of that detailed information.
Yeah.
Man, much appreciated, and I'm glad you guys didn't get caught up in that either, because we also talk about what about the concession workers? What about the people that are just there to maintain, help people find their seats? All these other individuals start to become victims, or at least being in that same situation that can now be, you know what I'm saying, something bad can happen, man, not make it home to
Yeah.
their families the same way they left. And that's unfortunate. So man, thank you for clearing and giving us some insight to that.
Yeah. Yep. Now we're gonna get off of football, bro. Get off of football.
Hold on, before we proceed off of football, I do want to say this. I'm gonna get your feelings. I did get the hold on a second, we got another one here. Caught up in my friend could have had gotten up in it because he's on the other side. But I'm happy we didn't, because he tried to talk to me and my father earlier. But ooh, all the lines are good. Blah 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 blah. He was being crazy before see, so he was even enticing other fans. You know what I'm saying, and trying to get people to rally with him, man. So watch out for these type of people, man, in life, not just in sports in general, but in life.
In life.
They would try to get you to run through gas, you know what I'm saying, through a fire building with gasoline drawers on, but won't do it themselves. You know what I mean? Be like, okay, yeah, let's do this, let's do that, let's go. But shout out, man. I'm glad you guys steered clear from all of his rhetoric. Definitely.
Yeah.
I did want to say this real quick. 1 through 5. This is what I got from off of a bigger platform, but I just wanted to see if you agree with this, my guy. They got number 5. This is one all inclusive, right? The NFL. 5, the Niners. 4, the Rams. 3, the Bears. Second, Patriots. Number 1 are the Sea Squawks. What do you think? I know. See that? I know. I go
Man,
ahead.
come on. Fuck you talking about?
Why not?
Come on.
Go ahead, say it. Go ahead, say it. What's
Man,
missing?
come on.
What's
You already
missing?
know we supposed to be there.
Broncos in the house, watch our defense slide.
Ride on, Orange Crush, we bring that heat. Woo! 60-minute, man, no surrender, no retreat. Yeah.
Come on now.
I seen it, and that's why I said I had to go ahead and just grab this real quick to see. I said, man, they putting Patriots, Bears up there,
Bro.
which is good, but you
That's
can't
good.
leave that team out, man. I'm
He
not
gonna
even
leave
a
us
fan.
out.
You already get
He
it,
gonna
but
leave us out. Shit, didn't we beat the Eagles?
this is wild, man. So I'm not saying nothing on whose platform that was on.
Yeah.
Salute to them. You know what I'm saying? Because I tap in, but I'm just saying when I
Yeah.
seen that I was a little bit I didn't agree with it. So, but I, and once again,
Maybe
that was just one person on that platform. It wasn't. They didn't speak for everybody. Everybody gets a chance to speak, but this person being a former player, I respected his game. And when I seen this, and I mean, he had some good takes on the reasoning, but I don't see how you could just overlook, what I'm saying, them Broncos, bro. Like all of that, even if you got to put a team that's tied, like, hey, we're gonna hold, number 2 with this or number
Yeah,
1 with this. We're gonna, what I'm saying? But I thought it was pretty crazy myself, bro.
that's crazy. That's crazy. It's all good. It's all good. We
Oh
take
yeah,
the hate. We
oh
take
yeah,
the hate. We take it
oh yeah.
all in and let it out
Mhm.
on the field. It's all good.
Remember
That's
the
what's up,
Niners was the laughing stock, bro. Everybody was talking ish. And now it's
bro.
like, oh my God, they standing there in amazement that we right there.
Yep.
So I
Yep.
get it. We just press
Yep.
on. You just press on. But yeah, I don't agree. But yeah, we'll go ahead and move forward.
Yeah. So check this out. I was doing some things just that I was thinking, and how we talked about some sports that are out there that are weird
Hmm.
yet popular.
Hmm.
So I came across. So have you heard of bog snorkeling? bog snorkeling.
No, I don't even know
No.
what that bog would even do with snorkeling. But okay,
Uh,
my team is a fraud. Our peak as when we beat the 49ers, and now we're being frauds. What's your team? I
who's
would
your
love to
team?
know who your team. Yeah, because I know we got a few losses on the season, so I would love to know who your team is. Just let us know, my guy. Go ahead. The frog snorkeling. Wait, no, bog. What is it? Fog,
Bog
fog.
bog snorkeling. Yeah.
Okay.
So it is snorkeling in a swamp, bro.
Oh, nah, nah,
Yeah, that's what I said. That's
nah,
what I said when I saw it.
nah.
Yep, that's
Sorry,
what I
I
said.
passed.
This what we gonna do is I'm gonna, gonna share the screen. I'm gonna show you the Buccaneers.
Sure.
Okay, for sure.
Okay, he's a Buck fan. Shout out to Tampa
Fan of the
Bay.
Broncos.
Nothing wrong
That's
with
right.
that. Yeah, shout out Dollar Bill, Billy
Yeah, shout
Young
out to Tampa Bay.
Entertainment over there, man, because he's a big Bucks fan. My
Yep.
my guy and Steelers. Yeah, they got some questioning going on over there with the Steelers though, just coach wise. I don't know why Tomlin's always under the fire, but I know the reason why. But yeah,
Yep. But check this out. So bog snorkeling, my guy. Oh man, let's do this right here. Yep. Now where did I put it at? That's the fun part. There we go.
yeah.
Now
Oh
check
man,
this out, bro.
I gotta do it. It says a late night dare. I wouldn't be doing that no late night. What? That's like a year or two.
Flippers and a snorkel, bro.
Guys, I couldn't.
How this is going to work, I will never know.
Brilliant. I love that. 3, 2, 1, go.
Man, I just don't know, bro. I don't know. And you're right. Once again, The Aura Kid 6'7", man. I am right there with you. I couldn't do it. Salute to those that are
Yeah,
doing it.
I couldn't do it either.
Couldn't do it, but that is just way beyond something that I would comprehend. And if you ask me to do it, like as a late night dare, quote unquote, what somebody said on there, or what they said it could have, how I don't know. That ain't a dare.
How it started.
That ain't a
That's not a
dare.
dare.
That's not a dare I'm taking, bro. I pass. I'll take truth.
Who shows up with flippers and a snorkel and say, "Hey, bro, come here, put these on. Let me show you something." Like, who does that? Like, come here, I'm gonna take you over here and show you something.
I'm gonna be
This is
truthful. I'm just not a underwater type of dude. Like I swim, I'm great at it. I could do it, but I like a pool. I'm not even big into lakes. I'm not big into the ocean. So that may have a lot to do with the reason why I'm not big on it. But once again, man, salute whatever tickles your fancy and keeps you from hurting another individual and human being out there. I'm all with it. So salute to them doing it.
Yep. Bog snorkeling is on the rise.
I think on that break, bro. On that note, we need to take a quick break,
We did
man.
take a break for sure.
Stay with us. We gonna come right back, man. Things of
Owe
that
it to
nature.
yourself.
Sports Talk Wednesdays live. Whoa. I would admit 25 truths over this. Me too, man. I'm unveiling every truth. If I was part of the
Yeah.
Epstein files, y'all
Tell
would know.
everybody.
If I was part of the Epstein files, y'all would know right there, man. Hell no, I'm that's me. I ain't snorkeling. So we'll be right back. Catch up.
Folks, tapped into things of that nature, where we blend beats, bites, bold talk, and that elevated mindset. It's one of your hosts with the most, Cal Grizzly, the chef most of the time, Chef D, Left Coast Kings, Thing Uno, you dig it? And I'm about to plug the segments that keep the show flavorful and full of truth. First up, Session, all things new. From underground heat to mainstream moves, we break down what slaps, what's slept on, and what's shaping the sound of the culture. If it's got soul, we listening. Next, we're whipping up that dope. We're putting something good in your belly. Our culinary corner where flavor meets storytelling. Whether it's a backyard banger or a gourmet twist, we talking recipes, rituals, and the roots behind the plate. Then we get raw with unfiltered combos. No script, no filters, just real talk. We dive into the uncomfortable, the hilarious, and the necessary. If it's on your mind, we're expressing it. Now let's elevate with Stone Not Stupid. Our 420 segment that's all about conscious cannabis culture. We're breaking stigmas, sharing stories, and keeping it smart while staying lit. Inside of that, we've got Strain of the Day, today's featured flower, with flavor notes, effects, and the vibe it brings. Whether you're sparking up or just curious, we got the rundown. And if you're wondering what's in rotation, we've got what's in your playlist. A curated drop of what we're vibing to right now. Tap in, add it to yours. Let the music move. Now, every Wednesday at 1 p.m., we go live. Sportz Talk, baby. Breaking down the plays, the players, and the pulse of the game. From the battlefield to locker room drama, we keep it sharp and spicy. And don't sleep on the session live. Every Sunday, 9 p.m., we go uncut with live music, talk, guest drops, and real-time reaction. It's the heartbeat of the culture, y'all, and you invited. That's the lineup. Each segment has its own flavor. Put together, though, man, it's a full dish. So stay tuned, stay curious, stay tapped in. It's things of that nature, and you owe it to yourself.
Welcome back, y'all. The things of that nature. That's Chef D, Thing Uno. I'm Doc Madness, Thing Dose, and this is Sports Talk Wednesdays live. Yeah, that's how we do. So we're gonna go ahead and transition, man. Now that we done already broken down the NFL, let's go ahead and shift some gears and let's jump right into the NBA. Man, landscape is going on and changing every day in the NBA, man. Let's just go over. We do have some games that play every day. So once again, I always say this, I'm not going to go over every single game, but I will go over some highlights. We do have some games. We had a full slate last night, man, but there was some games that we definitely want to tap into to bring some light to. Definitely one of those was the Phoenix Lakers game. And that's not just because I'm anti-Laker. It's only because, and that's the second loss, bro. That's the second loss, man. They got two losses back to back. We don't normally see that from them. One of them came, like I said, they got blown out by Phoenix. And I thought it was going to be a great game because of the confrontations and the stuff that we've seen that's going on with Dylan Brooks and LeBron James. Remember the whole slapping the ball, him getting teched and then ejected out, and LeBron grabbing and holding on to referees and nothing. That was against the Phoenix Suns. So I thought we was going to see more a physical confrontation, some get back. Yeah, it was for the Phoenix Suns. They went ahead and slapped them silly. So I'm just saying it's something to watch out for. That I think that the Lakers are starting to show some kinks in their defense and their team. LeBron ain't really what it's all messed up to be without Skinny Luca out there. And I think that is where it comes down to, man. Skinny Luca is the person. Um, welcome back. I thought you were in the stream and come back like 6 hours later, but your breaks are really quick. Oh, thank you, man. I appreciate that. Y'all, our breaks are pretty quick, man. If anything, it might be a video, like a music video is the longest thing that we do show in our breaks because we do have a lot of people that support the channel as far as businesses and different entities that we try to give, their props to, especially this independent scene. So, the longest thing that we'll have on a break is normally a music video. I got Luca on fantasy. That's a great pickup, man. Skinny Luca is no joke, my guy. That's a great
bro.
because like I was just saying, the Lakers are looking kind of feeble without Luca out there because they really don't have a ball handler. If you look at it, the Lakers really don't have no other ball handlers out there.
Yeah.
You do have AR-15. I don't know if they really trust him with the ball as much as they should. I think they should. So for instances where Luca is out, then you really had that because LeBron's not a ball handler. He's past that. People are starting to pick his pocket. They're pressuring his defense. He's making bad reads. And then that's taking a lot more energy out of him. So if you want anything that LeBron could bring to the table that's going to assist as far as your team chemistry, being there in those final minutes, those legs, that energy to propel them over a close game, it's not going to be there if you have him bringing up the ball a lot. So as you notice, they don't even post him in the paint no more. He just sits in the wing on the three, and then either he shoots the three or he's driving. He's trying to get a dunk or the and one. So he's playing in the dunker spot a lot. But definitely having Luca in the fantasy. I don't know how long Luca's going to be out. It's not really any of my business. Don't care. But I was just noticing like 2 losses. Clippers beating them on Saturday, huge. Especially the alien Clippers as we are.
That's
it was
what I said.
to see that win. We did lose a lot that game. We lost Zudo for 10 games on a sprained ankle. But that's why us coming back last night and catching a win was also big for us. So those are the 2 games that I just wanted to highlight for reasons being that out here once again, like we have Laker fan as in D, and then myself who's a Clipper fan. But not only that, just because of the transitioning of where these 2 ball clubs are starting to do. I've been giving praises to the Lakers, Skinny Luca specifically, and what's your man in the middle, the dude that just jumps around everywhere, light skinned dude, Jackson Hayes. And DeAndre Ayton. I've been giving them a lot of props. And as you know, I've been going on rants on my own squad, so it's good to see that turnaround. I do want to give a little bit of love to my squad for doing that, catching, whatever it is. Maybe Chris Paul was a bad little something in the locker room because now it looks like they're gelling more. People are talking, and we're still hurting. So let's see what my man's saying here. The draft went crazy because someone took Kay Cunningham 3rd and someone took Giannis 4th. I was able to take Luka 5th, and I partnered up with John Morant. Okay, Morant. I don't know how that might hurt you a little bit right there having Morant. But he is, when he plays, he's going to give you good stats. It's just I don't know if he's going to play enough.
Yeah.
They need to start playing Dalton Connect more. Hey, you right about that. I see you know a lot about basketball, and I see you got Steph up there, man, one of the greatest shooter in the game. They do need to start playing Dalton Connect more. He's a piece that I think is being overlooked just due to the star power. And once again, where do they have Levering playing? In the 3 spot, right? 3 and 4. They don't really bring them up to the 1 and 2 that much. So that's going to take over some more of that playing time for Dalton Connect as well,
need to
man.
play at home.
2K, right? Play 2K.
Bro, I need to go home and play 2K, bro. I'm tired of seeing him.
Yeah, I think he hurt you guys last night a lot. I think he hurt Phoenix. Took advantage of that. They knew it. They
He was, I
seen.
think. I mean, before AR went down,
Yep,
and
that's a
when
huge.
LeBron wasn't there, when he was
Yeah,
not playing, we looked a lot better.
right. I don't got 26 yet either, man. I don't like the way 2K does their thing. Every year they release this new thing, not much gets changed, but then they only keep 2 years of servers. So if you got 2K25, you can't get any updated rosters and do much or have, play all of the inner games within a game that they have in 2K, because every 2 years they go ahead and remove it from their servers. So they're going to force you, if you don't have 2K26, I know you're going to have 2K27 if you'd like to play all of the games within the games, updated rosters, all of the stuff that comes with playing 2K. So I agree with you there, my guy. I don't have it yet either. I was just looking at it yesterday though, just because I was like, hey, you know what? I like the way the integration of the W, which is, everybody know, if you watch the channel, I'm big on the W. I like the integration of them, giving them more of the little games within the games, or how you can integrate those players into a season. So that's awesome. Um, but like I was saying, as far as the season, man, there's a lot that's moving, that's going on. We had San Antonio. I think they're merging right now, and coming on as beasts, bro. One of the things that was being talked about is, who is the biggest threat to OKC right now, coming from the West, right? Has to be. No, it doesn't have to be, but normally they got to go through each other to get to the final stage. So,
Yeah.
but they did ask, who's the biggest threat to challenge OKC to go ahead, coming from the West. And ironically, man, the answer was the Spurs. The Spurs was the ironic answer, because I don't think anybody would have picked the Spurs early on in the season. But seeing what, man, the alien Wemby is doing, man, he is out there. He's taking names, bro. That's all I can say. Wemby,
Ridiculous.
and he's a fan favorite. He is very getting a good chemistry with the fans. Unlike some stars, man, they don't really have that chemistry. They should make a franchise mode for the W. I would actually like it. I agree. I agree. I agree that the WNBA should have a franchise mode. Unfortunately, I just don't think there's going to be less people than what we really believe. Unless, you know what I'm saying? I would love to hear from more people, because I would love that. I think it'd be great for you to be able to do franchise mode for the W, and hopefully they'll be able to get there. But we're going to tap more into the W in the next segment, as far as like what's going on, where they're at, lockouts, looking up CBA kind of stuff. But we'll get to that real quick. Um, but like I was saying, the Spurs, man, they are looking great. They're looking like they can be true contenders, which is, hey, bro, I'm all for it. The more, because the West is starting to pile up. We got, like I said, if you add San Antonio, you got Denver. You're already looking at OKC. You got the Lakers. I'm gonna say my Clippers is gonna make a strong push towards the end, whether they're there as far as a seeding or not. I know they can do some upsetting. I know that much, and I know my squad enough to know that they would love to do some upsetting. So, Utah, if they were healthy, and once again, injury bugs, if they can get healthy again, you still have them. They're not playing the greatest ball. Dallas is even shaking, in the right direction. Houston, that was a tough loss against us last night, but you can't count Houston out, man. Once again, they're without their point guard, Fred VanVleet. So that makes it tough for them. When you lose the head of your snake, that person that's that good at it, it makes it really tough. So big ups to all of those
Yep.
teams that are seeing through the injuries, getting through it, making things happen. But I just want to give some standouts real quick on on some notes of what's been happening. Excuse me. Um, San Antonio, they beat Oklahoma City, OKC, twice. So once again, they put them out of the Emirates Cup, and then now they just beat them last night, or over the past few days, they went ahead and beat them as well.
Yeah.
So that's got to leave something as far as a mental stain for whenever OKC goes ahead to play against them, because I thought I would see OKC coming out swinging for the fences, due to the fact that they got put out and now lessened the amount of money that they got out of that tournament. So to see that it was still San Antonio coming out, you know what I'm saying, with their firepower, doing what they do. Wembanyama, man, he didn't even dominate, bro. He had 12 points and they beat him again. So that's just letting you know right there, like, man, if he can come in, he's letting, you got the Dylan Harpers, you got my man, I can't think of the Castle, you know what I'm saying, him coming off. And Shea Gilgeous on the other side, he scored 33 points and played in the fourth quarter. So as much as we talked about him on this platform about not being in the fourth quarters, not playing as much, the Spurs went ahead and shut the rest of the squad down. And sometimes that's what it takes, right? Just like what we see is let your star is going to get off. Like a star is hard to shut down. You might lessen him and say, oh, he hit 28, 29 on you instead of a 40 ball, right? But that's still getting off. But you limit the others around him. You limit that momentum that goes with him making a big play, a splash play, right? So you start to do that. Let's see what we're talking here. It says, I like the Spurs because they got two really good players in the draft with Dylan Harper and Connor Brown. Hey, man, yes, salute. And now they're showing that. They're showing what they bring to the table. Now, for anybody out there who's probably don't know these names that you're talking about, which is a great point I want to transition into, is that you don't always need to be known, right? You can go ahead and be a supportive role, which is equally as important as the person that's putting up 30, 35, and 10, right? And you come in and you just do your 12, 14, whatever it is, and 7. Like whatever the hell it is, you do your part and it's going to stand out and be huge because you're supporting. You're not going against. A gerbil is trapped. No, all right, here we go. We got, see, this is what happens, right? These are trolls out here, right? This is what happens out there, man. Why do you guys do this, right? Like I just wonder, like, you have time, you could use your voice for something uplifting, but this is what you want to do. And if it was a gerbil that was really trapped in your boyfriend's ass, then go get it with your teeth, my homie. All right, next. So can an NBA draft pick go to college because of can an NBA draft pick go to college because the 31st pick in 2020 is going to college at Baylor now? Yes, as long as they don't, from what my understanding is, as long as they do not sign and with an agent, as long as they can go into a draft, they can get picked, but as long as they don't sign to an agent, they can go ahead and say, hey, you know what, this isn't working. You guys are going to probably send me to the G League. I'm on the practice squad right now. Yes, I'm not 1,000% sure of that, but I'm pretty high, confidence that is still the rule, that how that works. But that's a great question. I'll tell you this though, if not, there's a lot of leagues overseas. There's a lot of leagues that are starting to open up that want to compete against the NBA, that have offered to pair up or bring the NBA as a part of that league. And they have either decided to not join or not be a support or not be a part of it, then that's on them. But you got a lot of these leagues that are about to start to pop up. So if they don't make the draft, I know this was one of the big things that they were saying. See, look, this, see, and we keep going, right? Yeah, marry him. Yes, marry him. Jeez. All right, so, but in light of the Spurs, man, and what they were doing, like I said, Victor Wembanyama, he hasn't even fully have sprouted into what he's becoming yet, because he's still trying to find his fit. And that, I think, is also important because he's trying to give wherever the team needs them. They held OKC to 7 free throws. Shea Gilgeous, SGA gets more than that on a regular everyday game. 60 to 48 paint scoring edge. You know what I'm saying? Spurs are on a 7-game winning streak. It's just they have the dynamics and the makeup. So this is something to keep on you guys' watch list to see how well they're going to be doing, how things are moving forward. Now the woes as far as the Lakers and the defense, this isn't just something that's been brought up by content creators. This is also something that their own coach has basically has admitted to. He said, "quote unquote," that no, we don't have enough guys wired for consistent effort. And then Marcus Smart, he went out even to double down and say that, hey, you know what? He's calling out urgency, resistance, and accountability. Now, those are the same things that Chris Paul got let go for accordingly, allegedly, reportedly, whatever, right? So be careful, man. If Mark Smart gets ousted because, now once again, you start calling out people for accountability. That's the word, accountability. The consistent effort, we know that's strictly talking about excuse me, that's strictly talking about defense. Now, any of y'all who just think that I'm BSing, go pull up any game, Laker game, and just watch the defensive plays and keep your eyes on certain players, the 3, 4, 5 more than anything. Watch those players and tell me if you see the consistent level of effort that people are playing at, and it's not. Um, Marcus Smart said, quote unquote, that they're just being shitty. You know what I'm saying? They got a good record, 19-9. That's not bad. Plus 8 off a point differential. But in defensive rating, they are 24th. So that's where the concern has to start being. Where are they going to get it from, though? That's the big question. So that is something that I do want to ask, anybody out there, is that okay, so we're gonna have to block a person.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing, bro. I'm already on it.
Okay, yeah, because this dude is doing too much. Sorry, Destroyer. But you threw you threw the homie in there though. You threw the Aura Kid 6'7" in there on accident.
Oh shit.
So go ahead and take them back off, please.
I don't know if I can.
Sorry about that. I do see your
Yeah,
comment.
sorry about that, bro. I didn't.
Read it. We are trying to block somebody who has a fascination with just being a troll. And we do this all ourselves, so we don't really have anybody that's going to monitor and safeguard us and be the gatekeeper to all of this. So I'll go ahead and press on while D tries to figure
Yeah,
that part
no,
out.
yeah, I don't know
Yeah,
if I'm
no
gonna get
problem.
it
It's
back.
not our
My
fault,
bad.
bro. It's the first time we have a troll that we have to damn deal with.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
the question of where is all that going to come from when it comes down to the defensive edge for the Lakers? It's basically LeBron James admit basically it's just 5 guys on a string. It's something that he had to repeat too often this season, but I think he's part of the problem. See, when you're pointing a finger one way and you want everybody else to react to it, it becomes um a situation because nobody just wants to be pointed out when you're doing the same thing. Like he doesn't rotate, he doesn't shoot out, he doesn't close hard. There's a lot of things that he's not doing that I think him bringing out and then the coach bringing out needs to also have, some mirror talks and within himself. Marcus Smart brings a lot of toughness. So I think what he's saying as far as the resistance and accountability, it's basically going to start getting louder and louder because he goes out there and he exudes exactly what he's talking about. Excuse me for a second.
Yeah, this whoever this person is, bro, they still popping up, but it's uh Zuri Kid 6'7". Just hit us back, bro. It should let you in. I don't know what's going on. I'm just ignoring this individual right here. They just it's probably a bot or some shit.
I just put them in timeout. We just gotta
Okay,
wait for
cool.
if we can have the Aura Kid 6'7", man. If we can go ahead and have you redrop your comment, man. I didn't get a chance to see it. It was tied up in this troll here. So once again, we do send our apologies. Um, but as I was alluding to, it's just something that that the Lakers have to identify. But I think because you have players like Marcus Smart who goes out there and not just saying it, but he leaves it out there on the court, it's going to start becoming louder talk. It's going to be something that's going to spill over into the public
Yep.
eyes and viewing. So, um, the Lakers gave up 45 points in the third quarter against the Suns. You know what I'm saying? He allowed them to shoot, or they allowed the Suns to shoot 73% from the field, bro.
bro.
That's not that's
So
not
were they
X's.
actually on the court?
That's what I'm saying. It's not about X's and O's no more, man. That's about the choices you make, your help defense. Excuse me.
Yeah.
So, as far as that, but trade deadlines coming up, and I'm sure it's about to get loud, right? So, we'll go ahead and transition to a broader conversation about. I know you brought up Christmas Day football games, which is I got a question. When did that start? Because it used to be
Because
all
it's the
about
NBA.
basketball.
Yeah.
It used to be all about basketball. There's always been 5 games, you know what I'm saying, that start off early in the morning that take us all the way through the day. Um,
Yep.
there's a twist. Even LeBron agrees it's too much for Christmas Day though, and he's
It
saying
is.
that because he'll play in his 20th Christmas game. Um, but the he wasn't alluding to adding football. What he was talking about is just the basketball is too much, man. Like I think it should be more. He's saying, and I agree. I think it should be more players home with their family because now
Exactly.
you got 10 teams that are playing on this day. So that means you got a roster of anywhere between 13 to 14, 15 people, and then that's not even including their staff. You know what I'm saying? That's not including the people that got to run the games, meaning the broadcasting team. So when you do all of this, like it is something to consider. Is it fun? I enjoy it. I find it great to be able to sit at home on a day where everybody's off, or usually everybody's off. Most people are off, I should say that, and be able to sit down and watch a full day of basketball. Now you
Yeah.
got choices between football, like
So check
what you
this
mean?
out.
Mhm.
The NFL first played on Christmas back in 1971,
Okay.
scheduling 2 divisional games that day. Now we're looking at 3 games
And it's been
on
every
that
year.
day. Yeah, I guess so.
Oh,
Yeah,
see, that's new to
since
me, bro.
'71.
I
But
guess now
yeah,
that
like
you put
there,
you in it,
I'm not. Yeah, I do remember it being like a morning game
right,
and
right,
then like a afternoon game. But after that, it was all basketball.
right.
But I think the way they do stuff now is they're trying to compete with the ratings for football. You know what I mean? They trying to,
Mhm.
and it's like why we can't enjoy both. Play your games earlier. Let the NBA had the evening slot. Like I'm used to like going for seconds and the Lakers coming on for Christmas Day,
Right,
right?
right,
Like that
right.
type of shit.
They normally
So
get
I
the
watch that
midday.
the
Mhm,
midday game, yeah.
mhm. Yep.
But now
So,
it's too many games.
yeah, I think it's gotten to be now a tug and pull, and because you're getting the promotion, the promotion, because of course the NFL is going to want you there. Of course the NBA wants you there. So now
Yeah,
you're being pushed heavily at leading up to it. And I think
yeah,
that's what's starting to be the noticeable part because before it was just like, hey, if you watch it, you watch it. If you watch the game, it was promoted there. But now it's being promoted like, man, everywhere you're looking, it's like, hey, we got NFL football on Christmas Day. We got NBA basketball on Christmas Day. And I'm sorry if there's any other sport that's out there because after those two, it's gonna be hard to compete unless you just are a die-hard fan of whatever that sport is, and you're just like gonna tune into it, and that's it. Um, that makes it pretty difficult because those are at least two of some of the biggest organizations or sports organizations that are playing on those days. So, but anyhow, speaking of which, okay, let me go ahead and pull this up. Speaking of which, now, I will say this. Added to that, there's going to be NBA doing media experiments and cultural shifts, right? They're doing this for the second year in a row, which is basically they're going to be bringing in like these uh, Disney cartoon characters um, being hosting and basically they're trying to make it more family orientated during this this time basically by doing the Disney Dunk the Halls, which is an alternate cast. Basically, they're trying to court their younger audiences. Comparisons are basically like the Manning cast of Nickelodeon, basically, and I think that's another thing. So here it is, you're trying to even take kids away from enjoying the day with their families. So that's what I mean by you start to see a lot more and more pushing to get this. Now, is it something that is, hey, is that cool? Is that this? Is whatever? It's whatever to me. Basically, it's just it gives something more fun for them. It's just like Jalen Brunson and Donovan Mitchell. They'll be represented by a Disney character. You know what I mean? I mean, they're partnering up for the second time. This is going to be the New York and the Cleveland Cavaliers game. So basically, it's just going to be a little fun, different way to watch it. That's all. But everybody has their own partake on it. But then they go a step further, my guy, and they're putting the actual ESPN crew members that broadcast on telecast. Like, for instance, they got a Drew Carter and Monica Nutt is what they said. They're going to have Daisy Duck as one of them, and then they got another person as another. So it's all of these different things that they're trying to go ahead and incorporate, and I think that's where sometimes I think we may be crossing the line. That's just my take. Enjoy it. If it's there, the kids love it, then all for it. But Disney, come on, man.
If it bring the family together, I guess whatever. But
Right,
like, why everybody want their little hand in the pie, right? In the
right.
cookie jar.
It is what it is, right?
Yeah.
Um,
You got your own cookie jar, but you want to put your hand in somebody else's and shit.
yeah,
You
gotta
know
love
what
it.
I mean? Come on.
Gotta love it. Now, also look at this one here. This one isn't happening, but it like this Christmas, but on New Year's, there's gonna be a special analyst that's gonna be showing for the Clippers and Warriors game, which will be hosted on Peacock in the on New Year's, and that will be Snoop Dogg. Right here we go. He continues
Oh,
to go
he's
ahead.
he's doing that? He got something
He's
going on
doing. He's gonna
Christmas
be
Day.
no, New Year's. He's doing the New Year's
Oh,
Clippers.
he got some halftime shit going
Yeah,
on
yeah, I was
for
about to. Yeah, you're right. Yes, he does. He does
yeah,
have a halftime. Yep,
Christmas.
he
Yeah.
He does have it's a Netflix halftime show between the Detroit Lions and Minnesota Vikings. Snoop's holiday halftime party, which will
Yeah.
feature Lainey Wilson, EJ, Andre Nuna, Remy Ami, and a whole bunch of other damn stars that getting together to have this Snoop's holiday halftime party. So but
Mhm.
yes. But once again, this is just showing the partnership with Snoop and NBC. It's growing, and NBC owns Peacock. So basically, his brand is starting to be implemented everywhere. He expands the relationship after he got strong reviews from last year's Summer Olympics, hosting that with
Kevin
all of the
Hart.
people. Yep, all of the individuals, and I know he was on there for what 3 days or something, 3 or 4 days out of the Summer Olympics, and basically it got a lot of great reviews.
Yeah.
So he will be calling the game second half from courtside with Terry Gannon and Reggie Miller, attending the pregame meetings and also observing the first half before putting on his headset. So Snoop will be part of the Clippers Warriors game on New Year's that will be airing on Peacock. Just to let you know, also. Basically, it looks like that he would also play a major role in NBC's coverage of the Milan Cortina Winter Games, which are coming up in February. And so basically, he's locked in, man. From December, January, and February, NBC got him doing a whole lot. So that's all I got for the NBA right now. Let's go ahead and take a quick break, man, and then when we return, we'll dive into the W and see what's going on with them and what they got going on. Oh, wait, hold on. Before we go, I see the our apologies for the accident van. Not sure how to
Yeah,
fix
that's
it. Oh,
better.
that was okay. Yeah, definitely, man. We definitely appreciate you. It's hit us back and let us see if we can get you back going on here if you're, what I'm saying, if you still got time. But we're gonna take a quick break right now. Things of that nature. Chef D, Doc Madness. We'll be right back, y'all. You owe it to yourselves.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your captain speaking. We're going to be landing shortly. Weather is 73 degrees and clear skies.
All right, we need to break the show right now.
The doc has gone mad.
positive mood, releasing everything negative that's trying to ruin my groove. Some music to take the stress away. I need an escape. Gotta protect my sanity. Take a step back from reality. I'm on fire. I'm on fire. I'ma dance till midnight or party till sunrise. That's all I want. That's what I'm craving. Good vibes all around. At peace with myself, yeah. I can't stop moving. I won't stop grooving. I love this feeling, serenity. I can't stop moving. I won't stop grooving. I love this feeling, serenity. Summertime on the island, it's amazing, oh yeah. No other place I'd rather be. I'm loving it. This is magic. I'm alive in this space. I'm getting wasted, yeah. Living my tomorrow today. Don't wanna be reminded of my problems. I can't solve them now. I just wanna be one with the ocean, with the great outdoors. Peace of mind. I'm alone in my zone. Need some time. I can't stop moving. I won't stop moving. I love this feeling, serenity. I can't stop moving. I won't stop moving. I love this feeling, serenity. I can't. I don't wanna stop, no. Serenity. Can't stop. I can't stop. I won't stop. No, 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 no. This feeling. No, 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 no. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, buddy. If you ain't heard, you better listen.
You know it. Tap on in, you guys. You owe it to yourselves. There's a lot going on with things of that nature. A lot going on with Left Coast Kings. It's a lot going on with Sweatshop Recordings. It's a lot going on with DRS Industries. It's a lot going on. You know what I'm saying? With all of the above, man. Tap in and stay tuned, man. We got it all coming for you, especially in 2026. We growing. We growing. That's how we do it, y'all.
You know, it's
So,
all
there is one thing I forgot to bring up that I did want to tap into real quick, as far as still in the NBA. And that was this thing that's going on with coaches, um, and basically players really taking it to the referees. Now, this past week, we had coaches getting ejected, players, you know what I'm saying, getting ejected. And then when they do what they call their little reports, it comes to find out that the referees did miss a lot of the stuff that both of these coaches and players and stuff have been arguing and complaining about. And it's nothing that's new. This has been going. It's something that has been plaguing the league. We see it in the NFL. We see it all over. But it is something I wanted to touch on because I feel like I think it's something that the league needs to do more, put their foot down more for the referees. I don't know whatever's in place. I know they have these because what it is when they go back and do these reports, my guy, like you can't go back in and change nothing. So it doesn't matter to come out and admit it in a report, like on a game that you look at the next day or the following week or whatever the hell it may be, and then come out and say, you know what, we did miss this, we did miss that call, we understand this, we understand that. But a lot of the time, fines had already been sent out. Now they can rescind suspensions. They can do that. I don't know as far as like how they go ahead about getting everything else righted, but I don't think they should have that much power with all of the review systems and all of these. I mean, there's cameras everywhere in these arenas, bro.
Everywhere, bro.
I don't think that they should be missing as many calls and messing up as much, and especially when it comes down to getting coaches thrown out, bro, because that really affects the game. Now it can propel a team, but then at the same time, it can also hurt depending on how much that coach is involved in play calling, like transitioning different things that are happening right then and there, right?
Yeah.
I say that
It's been going down in college too. Been going
right.
down in college too, man. Just like
It's all over. It's all over
yeah,
now. They're changing rules constantly, so that might be part of the reason of it. But when you're if it, the rule that I'm gonna say that isn't changed is if you trip somebody, that's blatant, right? If I bump the referee, grab the referee, guess what? Those rules ain't being changed. But there's different ways they're going about it, and it's getting other individuals upset. If my name is brighter in lights than your name, we
yeah.
know how that goes. Some calls go one way
Mhm.
versus the other way. That's always going to be part of sports. But if it's a game deciding call and it happens on one end and you call it and it happens right on the next play on the other end and you don't call it and that costs the game or vice versa, that's where the issue needs to be brought up, right? So
Yeah,
just
that's
something
where
I
my
want.
biggest issue is with officiating. It's like,
Right,
hey, if you gonna miss the call, if it's a no call on this end, it's gonna be a
right.
no call on that end, and then
Hmm.
that way both teams already know. All right, they don't give a fuck about that shit right there. Like they're
Right.
not calling that. So let's focus on playing ball. How about that? Stop crying every
Agreed.
time you get touched or think you've been fouled so hard because you already
Every
know half of y'all be faking, you know, faking and flopping with the bullshit, man. And
right,
like
right.
we I
Yeah.
understand it's entertainment, but if I want to see motherfuckers flop and fall on the floor, bro, I'm gonna go watch WWE. Fuck out of here.
But they're not even flopping as much as you see, man. I'm showing you
Exactly.
pictures, and they
Exactly.
walking away. Like one of the players right now, man, is still going through issues. Can't even participate in the USA games and had to pass on it because she's still dealing with concussion protocol. So once again, man, this is not
See?
stuff that just gets, oh, they're women, dude. She's still having plenty of issues. And that's the one player that was in the finals who her head got basically pushed from the body behind when she's falling going for a ball, but it hit another player's leg, like the upper part of their thigh, and the head was just basically just smushed. And she's having a lot of issues with that
Yeah.
right now. And she's a star player. She's a big name in the league. You know what I'm saying? And hopefully everything comes out good and hopefully she's able to recover. But
Yeah.
see, these are things that people don't understand and they just think that, oh, why, man, they should be back out there. Put them back out there. This, that, and the third. Now, just when it goes into the officiating, missing those type of calls, that isn't healthy. That isn't healthy at all. You know what I'm saying? It's like you have coaches that are stepping up to try to let them know that hey, this person's pushed in the back or this is going on, and they're not getting the proper whistle called. They're going to continue doing it. And some of these plays are not sports like plays. And then they're getting
Exactly.
ejected, silenced for asking just the basic questions. You got Ime Udoka, you got Chris Finch, David Adelman, all within 1 week. These are just coaches that have all been penalized in 1 week, bro. The refs can't become the storyline.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? It's they're not asking for favoritism. They're just asking for answers. They're asking for clarity, consistency. There's that word again, right? So if the product matters, then the dialogue of communication and consistency has to be there. So just something to
Yep.
keep in the back of our minds. I didn't bring it up. I didn't want to forget about it because it's huge in every sport that we watch, man. Early game ejections, the product on the floor that the fans come to watch is starting to suffer. You're getting these fines. It's the
And
communication starting to break down league wide. It's just not good.
yeah, and then the conspiracies start to float.
Right.
We already got a lot of shit going on with gambling and sports betting and whoop da whoop. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And we
So,
already know referees have
mhm,
been behind a lot of it over the
right,
years. You know what I mean?
right.
So
And that's what I'm saying. We can't just
so
go
we don't
ahead and
know.
pardon the referees every time, bro.
Yeah, Yeah,
Like I think they're getting too
they
much of
need
a
to be
part.
held accountable. They need to really
Yeah,
be held accountable for the calls and decisions that they make. And
right,
I got a homie he's a referee, not on the professional level, but high
okay,
school, youth leagues,
right,
and I've been trying to get him on here to talk about this shit because they got to sit in seminars, bro, and listen to the new rules and the new this and he said it's a lot to it. And I'm like, bro, he broke it down
right,
to me one day over the phone call, and I was like, and I said, stop what you're doing. And let's
right,
stop. I said, this all could have been recorded, bro. It's that easy. Charlie McGee, where you at, bro? Holla at
right.
your boy, man. Come on, tap in.
Come on, we
We
need
need
to
to
hear
do
that.
it. So we could
Yeah,
hear from a referee
from a
standpoint, bro, on
referee
what y'all
standpoint.
go through when it comes to making calls, rules and regulations, yada
Yeah,
yada yada, updates,
yeah,
new shit, old shit, whatever it is. Like
yeah,
we want to hear that perspective because
yeah. We got
we
to.
need
We
it.
got
We got
to.
to.
Yeah,
Got to.
they're gonna spin it one way, and we just want the real, so that way
Yeah.
we can go ahead and advise, the best way and have a better understanding when we comment on something. At least for me, because the way it's looking right now is not good, and it's been that way for a while. I just think it's time
Hmm.
for them to step up and do something. Like, I mean, these players are getting fines. These players, I know it's a big thing to be picked to go into the postseason in the Emirates Game Cups. As a referee, to get these jobs or these games, it's huge. It comes with veteran status. But if you still mess up or your team's as a veteran and you don't overcall that or overturn a call or something, and you guys see that, then what's the repercussions that they get? What kind of reprimand do they get? We don't see that. Everything else is public. We know how much Finch got fined. We know how much the suspension was for, DK. We know all of this stuff that goes on with the players, but everything it seems like is just hush hush when it comes to the referees. But yet there's such a big factor to the outcome of every game. Every
Yep.
game. But now let's go ahead and transition into the W real quick. CBA negotiations, they've reached a critical limit or a moment, I should say. They still haven't came to any type of agreement. It's starting to come down to the USA basketball training that they have in Durham. Basically, they're talking about it more and more. And I say this, I don't think these women need to be focused on what's going on with the league negotiations, the ones that are over there training for the USA basketball team. Like
Yeah.
you have
That's
other,
the
you have
EBO.
you got the WNBP, BPA, whatever, the Women's National Basketball Players Association can handle that. Why are they bothering these women? Because they're the high profile stars. But damn, man, look, just let them, what I'm saying,
They
focus on what they
working.
need to focus on. They're working. One of the biggest names that we know in that's transitioned into the W is Caitlin Clark, even though she only played up to like 12 or 13 games last year. She is a huge, huge voice because of her notoriety that she's gotten coming into the league. She has one clear message, and that's that it blends the urgency for both sides. And the realism is that the league has to find a compromise. Players need
Yeah.
to play. And what she's saying is we need to play basketball next season, quote unquote. And that's coming from CC. She emphasized that the fans are invested in the product that's on the floor, not in labor standoffs. And then with the WNBA standing in its most pivotal growth moment, work stoppage would be catastrophic, bro. Just think about that. Like you're trying to propel a league, and all of a sudden now you can't come into a compromise on a point where everything is starting to look promising. I mean, you got players that are coming in
Very
paid.
promising.
Yeah, you got Paige Beckers come in. Look at what she done. Look at what Clayton Clark's doing. Look at all of these individuals that are coming in from the league, and then you have a big astute class coming in next year as well. So I don't know if you agree with me on this or not, but the W is pretty much predicated on what the college level narratives are bringing into the league with them. It's not the
Yeah.
league creating it like the W. I mean, the NBA, the association, the NFL. They have headlines and what I'm saying, these bright light stars that are creating narratives in the
Yeah.
league. In the W, it's coming with the players out of college that's following them. So I don't know what having the stoppage is gonna do besides just be so catastrophic it can really hurt the league. Um, I don't
What if
agree
that's
with
what they trying to do?
that part too, because once again, we know there's a lot of different leagues that are starting to spawn as well. Now I don't agree with one thing that CC says, and that's just we need to play basketball next season. I think she needs because she's making her money. So it's a different voice. And once again, she only played 12, 13 games last year, my guy. So
Yeah.
out of 40 something games, she didn't play much.
You didn't even play half.
Right. And she's still getting her money. But guess what?
Yeah.
At some point, those contracts are going to have an expiration.
Yeah.
Right. So there has to be, she has to connect and get in more with these players now instead of separating herself from these players. Because right now, once again, by her saying that, the league just came to this. Listen to these numbers real quick, bro. Okay. So there was a 98% approval of 93% of the league that was that responded to this. So 93% of the league responded to are we okay with locking out and going on strike? 98% of those 93% said fuck yes. Not just yes, bro. But and that's me saying fuck yes. But it was clear cut that they're saying we're ready to lock out. We're ready to go ahead and stand on our square and stand on business.
Yeah.
So that lets you know right there, bro. Like, I don't think that's going to be beneficial, especially when you got these other unrivaled. They just signing more players because even though that's just a 3-on-3, guess what? Unrivaled looks at that and say, for instance, Unrivaled talks to Prime, right? And says, hey, if we can get 5-on-5, would you give us $2 billion in contracts for TV time? And they say, hell yeah, because without no W, we want something. We need something. You don't think Unrivaled can go ahead and change from a 3-on-3 to a 5-on-5 like that and add a couple more teams?
Easy.
Easy, bro.
Easy.
And they're already given what, like I said, bro, it's not that hard. What they're asking for, the players are unified. They're united right now. It's not just the stars, it's the entire league body, bro. That's saying that this needs to be changed now because of future CBA agreements. The NBA was here once too. So
Yeah,
all leagues, the NFL's been there, MLB's been there. All of these leagues get to a point to where it's like you're growing. We could talk about they're not making this much money. They're not doing this. They're not doing that. Nobody expands businesses that are failing. So whether what they're saying on paper, just like we all know, right? You know, I know business owners. We already know it's bigger and broader when they say, hey, we ain't got no money. Our business is failing. We're bankrupt. That doesn't mean that they're not making money and the money ain't there. That just means they're just going to stop that business and recreate another one. So that way the money doesn't get touched or the assets didn't get touched to go ahead and keep it moving. So let's not be so like, you know what I'm saying, like dumbfounded. Let's be more transparent on what's going on.
Yeah.
This is basically a real possibility for the work stoppage. The union leaders openly are frustrated. So that means the Players Association, everything across the board, are all frustrated. And they are showing that they're unified across all teams. So when you get 98% of the 93% populist votes that got, asked, that's a percentage that you got to listen to, man. Now, what is the core issue? It's revenue sharing. All they're asking is for a bigger piece that is divided amongst the massives than what the owners or the teams are getting. Now I'm just gonna throw one instance out there, right? The person bought the Golden State Valkyries for, I think he bought it for like 50 million. Okay. Now that team is worth, right now, if he decided to sell it, it's worth over 350 million. So you can't tell me that if there's those, and that's just one team, and they're not even a team like the Aces, the Sparks. They're not even a big, huge team. This was their first
Yeah.
inaugural season was last year. So in one
Yeah.
season, you already got that growth, and you're telling me that it's negative, 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 negative by revenue every year. Then
Hell
open up the
no.
books. Open up the books. Be transparent with the books,
Yep.
so that
Show
way
us why.
you can shut everybody up.
Yeah, you
Right.
shut everybody up. Here, look, we ain't hiding nothing. Bam, there you go.
Right.
But how you spend 50 and your shit went damn near 8 times, 7 times more, worth more. You know what I'm saying? Like, come
They're
on, bro.
right. And all they're asking for is roughly about 30% of the total league and team revenue. But the
Oh, man.
league's proposal stands at under 15%. and it keeps
They didn't wear that.
decreasing over time based on projections. Those projections are what they're saying, but they're not showing books. They're not showing anything that backs that up. So the gap continues to grow, and you got these women and these players, man. What the difference is in the W and the association. I'm gonna tell you the big difference. Most of these women finish their degrees before they come out and play professionally. You see
Yep.
what I'm saying? 'Cause it's not a big jump, and it's not a big.
I'm
So
leaving
most
at
of them,
18. Going straight to the
right?
league.
Not the one and done. They're not these one and dones, bro. So these people are coming in educated. These women are educated about, and we all know when a woman is focused on a target, they're gonna hit somewhere around in that colored area, bro.
Yep, guaranteed.
So just keeping that in mind, I say stick it out. Excuse me. I say stick it out. Do what you guys got to do and get your money. There's enough going on because they don't see nothing from these jersey sales. They don't see
That's whack,
nothing
bro.
from none of that, bro. So it's a
Like
different
some,
thing.
that's
It's a
like
different
NWO
right,
or
right.
NW, the WCW versus
WCW,
WWE, right?
right,
And
right,
that's what you're looking at right now, where one is, and that's how you're looking at the W and the NBA,
right,
right? That's how you're looking at
right.
them because one of them is getting all the perks off of everything. You know what I'm saying? They're getting likeness off the little action figures they be having and
Yeah,
the cards and the all of everything, right?
bro.
Posters, everything, right? Like,
Do
come
you
on,
remember all the stuff that I said that they were trying to take away from them? They're trying to make them pay for their own housing. They're trying to make them pay for there's no more. There's a lot of different things, man, that are on the table that they're trying to take away from it and put that price tag back onto the player. And that I think that's kind of crazy. But once again, we got these other leagues that are offering millions of dollars. Like I said, the league maximum right now they're offering is 1.5, 1.2 million, let's just jump it up to 2 million. We'll just say that.
bro. You got players in the NBA make that a game, dog.
You got players that don't even play that are making bigger contracts than that.
Bigger
They
money
got
than that, yeah.
yeah, eight,
Yep.
$7 million contracts, and they don't even see no playing time whatsoever. Bro,
Nope.
you got a player Asia Wilson, bro. She makes under $250,000, bro. She's a four-time NBA MVP, four-time champion, playing on the Los Angeles Aces, and you got other people in the league that's never even got any of those accolades that are making more money than her. That's not right. That's
Nope.
not right, bro.
Nope.
So
Not at all.
just
Not at all.
we'll keep you guys, what I'm saying, updated on what's going on. But just a quick once again overview is that the union is saying that they want to start at a 29% revenue share, which by the final year of the CBA year to be when it gets to renegotiation should increase to 34%. So over the basically almost 1% per year or a little bit less than that, right? Of growth. I think that's fair. League proposal, what they combat with is less than 15% total revenue share. Revenue definition still remains to be unclear, and they're not opening up any audits or transparency to any of the books to see when they're saying revenue share of what they're making. Okay, so that's the tricky point right there. But we'll keep you guys informed as this proceeds. If anything breaks, we'll let you know as well. Beyond salaries, though, what they're trying to look at is they're trying to expand, do a roster size of mandatory of 12 players. So basically, if what's going to go on with the structural reforms is that players are fighting for improvements that impact their daily life, career longevity, and post-career stability. These issues present leagues maturity phases, and these are like this in developmental players, two per team with benefits, season length, 48 to 50 games as the league expands. We just had this issue that just got resolved. Parental leave, right? 4 weeks paid versus league's 1 week. And this is if you have a child. We just had a individual that they finally dropped their lawsuit against the team because they basically had to give up their spot once they had a child. Like, I don't know any business. Like, if I can go to work wherever, and a person's pregnant, they come back after their, you know what I'm saying, leave. they're gonna have their job still, their job. So this is something that is being different, bro. It's something they're fighting for. They're continuously fighting for, which is like, why would you even not do retirement benefits, health benefits, basically security?
That's crazy, bro.
They're fighting to even get security, minimum 2 full-time team security staffs. We just had some people that are that had their that are getting heckled to and from arenas. So once again, bro, I think these are all things that we assume that are automatically given, but it's not. So that same thing with DK Metcalf. Imagine it going down with a WNBA star. You know what I'm saying? That go all bad because they don't even have the full time security. They don't have all of that.
Mm-hmm.
And then, say for instance, you have an issue, right? And you need some mental health support. You have to pay out of pocket
Yeah.
in
The
the
NFL, that's how they do their retirees, bro. If you make the league minimum to get benefits, I think you only get them benefits for like 3 to 5 years, bro.
See,
But your medical and all that shit, they pay out of pocket. I was watching a thing with Eric Dickerson, bro, and I think I sent it to you like last week, maybe or maybe before that. I don't know, but yeah, it was like, man, he said, and he takes medicine because he's got onset Parkinson's and he's
yeah,
taking medication. But he was like, should I cover out of pocket for everything? NFL don't give a fuck about us. They try to say that the guys that look like us are dumb.
yeah.
So
That
you
that
already aren't
explains why
smart. So
you
yeah,
already have a deficiency, so it's not due to the NFL or the play of the NFL. And it's like, come on,
yeah,
man. Once again, this is the
shit.
ignorance that plagues our damn world.
Yep, yep,
Um,
definitely.
just to throw
definitely.
names out there since we're doing this, and I think we on this channel we turn over every stone. Um, the person that I was talking about is Satu Sabali. She's the one that's been ruled out indefinitely still from her lingering concussion symptoms. And that's from playing in Unrivaled. So she's been ruled out indefinitely. Doesn't know if she's going to even be able to make the Unrivaled roster.
Yeah,
It reinforces why player safety, healthcare, and workload protections are very critical components in all sports. You know what I'm saying? Of especially what's going on in their CBA, because we just talked about the stuff they're trying to diminish. So this is where it goes into play. Then you had the long running legal battle that was with Derica Hamby and the Las Vegas Aces. Like I said, they mutually dismissed her pregnancy discrimination lawsuit, ending the case, but it just opens it up for more broader discussion because that's just one incident
so now
that
you
was
telling
just
these women they can't have children, and if so, don't
right,
expect to be on the team or have your position back or anything. Like, come on, man.
right.
Come
You know, and then you got to cover your own legal fees.
Yeah,
Come on, man. So it's basically it's just something that we got to look for, in solidarity all across, man. Sports, we love it. We love to watch it. We love viewing it. But it is something that we definitely got to go ahead and voice and get behind these individuals because yeah, they're out there to make this money, but in this case, they're not even making the money. So just throwing that out there. Um, Shout out to Sue Bird and Kara Lawson. Um, Shout out to them because they were individuals that were basically from the USA basketball camp. It's their first camp. This is the first one that they are taking under their wing. So Sue Bird, salute to her, long time college WNBA career, and now stepping in to take over the USA basketball female side and they're preparing for the 2026 Women's World Cup. So it's good to see. Those are two names that I grew up watching, and it's good to see now that transition onto the U.S. platform for world basketball for the women. So, salute to them. um, Outside of that, man, the last thing that I definitely want to go ahead and go over is excuse me for a second. Let me pull up my notes. And that is, I want to give a big shout out to, first of all, Kevin Garnett. I know he's back with the Minnesota Timberwolves. He has a role with that team now. I think it's going to be very, very good to see and hear his voice in the locker room. He's done a lot for that organization. His career was very, very broad there. He did, you know what I'm saying? He was a big name under the lights. So to have
Yeah.
him back on staff in the executive offices, I forget what his role is, but I know it's definitely good to have him there and everything that he's going to bring to that organization. So shout out to Kevin Garnett for that. Now also Kevin Durant, shout out to him. He just did a $10 million investment in education. Basically, it wasn't even headlines, bro. This is what I talk about. We hear about every time some other individual step up in everything that they do. Most superstar stories revolve around their points, contracts, and everything else in debates. But Kevin Durant, he's building something. Basically, he committed $10 million over 10 years. So basically, $1 million a year to establish a college track at the Durant Center, which is in Prince George's County, Maryland. And it's building a community basically that will assist on first generation undeserved scholars, scholarships, tutoring, leadership, networking, basically embodying the full circle movement of helping individuals on a fast track. Basically, it's what it does is it helps them focus on crossing that finish line to get to college and then also complete it. So I think that's a big thing for a lot of people. In situations, exactly, man. Because once you get to college, it isn't promised that you're going to see it all the way through. Some of these kids have to support their own way. They're working. They're doing 2 or 3 jobs as well as going to school. So basically, with him jumping into this sports landscape and offering um, basically over time of doing this and letting them to focus on it, it's like basically I think it's a big salute, and it didn't get no coverage, which is why I don't get it. But basically, what in general what it does is it helps first generation undeserved students earn a 4 year college degree and be able to focus on that. So as the infrastructure. So you know, Kevin Durant, man, keep doing what you do out there. Uh, all y'all players, man. Anybody that's doing something that's taking their talent and building something for their community, a bridge for players to communicate, to understand. Because I'm sure there was things that he had to overcome that weren't there for him. So once again, man, it's good to see a lot of things transition from the underprivileged to go ahead and now start to give back. So we salute all of that here on Things of That Nature. And the yes, sir, last thing but not least, the cup, man, the NBA Cup, it may be leaving Vegas, man. And considering other neutral sites, the NBA has been talking about quietly reassessing one of its newest experiments, which was the NBA Emirates Cup Championship game and all of its postseason play that was in Vegas. They're talking about as early as next season. So while the in-season tournament has success over in Vegas, um, basically they're looking on a neutral site to go ahead, or environment, I should say, to go ahead and take this. The attendance issues and muted atmospheres in Vegas contrast sharply with the intense of the home court quarterfinals. You have players like CJ McCollum praise the Cup's the competitive feel. You've seen it with the OKC. You've seen it with the Spurs. You've seen it with all of these teams, bro, that sit down and say, like, man, they have found a mid-season focus to play for. So I think whatever it is that they do, they need to go ahead and get that resolved pretty quick if they are going to do it, because the fans, the players, the environment matters just as much as the games. So that is something I'm going to keep my eyes on as well, to see exactly who is going to be the next spot possibly that can outperform Vegas and what they started as far as the inaugural seasons up until this point for the Emirates Cups. So but that's all that I got, my man. That's everything on Sports Talk Wednesdays live. We do keep it jam packed here for you. There's so much more I'm sure that we could talk about if we didn't touch on a topic that you think that we should have touched on. A team that you may think that we overlooked, let us know. Come on here, step up, just like we had a couple gentlemen today. We had some backstage issues. We're trying to get another guest on today, but all we can do is keep moving forward, keep trying, you guys, and let's
Yep, yep.
come together. Let's make this sports community be about something.
Yes, sir. Shout out to my boy Henry, Fat Hank. his
Nah.
born day. He finally 50 years
Okay.
old. Yeah, and, and hopefully he get that ankle monitor off. He had it on since '83, but that's not my problem. So if he's
Right.
watching, he know I'm talking shit, so he'll say something back later.
Salute that.
uh,
Salute that. Indeed.
yeah,
Indeed, man. Always catch us here every Wednesday, 1 p.m. We might get a little late start. Shout out. I know we missed a couple people. I know Keith. We normally like to see him. Shout out to him. Hopefully everything's going great with him and his family. And for all of y'all out there, man, that do celebrate. This is Christmas Eve. Be safe. You know what I'm saying? Enjoy another year with your loved ones, your family. Some people didn't get to make it to this point, from last year. We lost a lot of friends, families, to the other side, and we got to go ahead and keep them in remembrance. But while we're here, don't forget, man, spread that love, spread the goodness, and don't forget, man, you got a lot of games to watch on Christmas, but
yeah.
more spend it with family, man. Spend it with family. The
Yep,
games
you
that
know
going
it.
to be there. You can
They're
you
gonna
can
be
always
there, man.
yeah, you can always
Yeah.
go ahead and video on demand them too. So
Yep, exactly.
spend it with the family, especially if those that are coming out. People are getting older, health wise, just age wise, everything inclusive, man. Just we're in a different time in history. I don't think we've ever been somewhere in our history that's like where we're at right now. You can go on YouTube and see 1,001 different things, from the people from up at the top talking about presidencies all the way down to us, what I'm saying, here as the people that make it go round, and there's something going on. So it's very, very prominent times that we're living through. So spend those times wisely with the people that you want to be around, and
Yep.
shake off all the negativity, and the toxicity. There's enough of that as it is. So shake that, steer clear of it, and I'm gonna pass it on over to D. Man, love you guys. Doc, and I'm out.
Hey man. Hey man. Hey, just be out there and do your thing. Do what y'all do. Make y'all happy. Peace, love, hair grease, chicken grease, Crisco, all the good shit. I got some briskets. I mean, not briskets. I got some tri-tips. I gotta get ready, and I gotta go run and find a turkey because they bugging me for a turkey or something. I don't why. Like, I think 3 tri-tips is good enough, but
Right?
they want turkey. So more work
Yeah,
for me. Whatever. I don't care. It's all good.
that
Give me,
part. That part.
it is what it is, man. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. But hey, y'all enjoy y'all festivities and don't overdo it. And we'll see y'all next Wednesday, man, because we're gonna be here talking
That
some
part.
sports, talking that
That
talk, sports
part.
talk live Wednesday, every
Yep.
Wednesday, 1 o'clock, one ish. Sometimes it's 1 ish, but I mean, shit.
That part. And
If
you
you want
already
us
know.
on time, I mean, we would love a little extra help. Somebody to work
Yeah,
behind the scenes. You want to come through and fuck with us? Come on, holla at us, man. I
right.
can't pay you much, but you know.
That that
I
that.
appreciate you though. Well, I appreciate it, but I'm gonna appreciate everything you do. I swear. I promise I will.
Yep.
Real tough. But
And
man,
you know it,
another
man.
one bites the dust. We out of here.
We did it, man. Another one. And just real quick, I know we did forget to do this, but I'm gonna run down it real quick. This is powered by Sweatshop Recordings, Demolition Man Productions, Left Coast Kings, DRS Industries, Think Graphics, Working Silence 999, Monster Block Music, Monster Block Kennels, One Lump Sum Productions, Billion Entertainment, Proto Anything, The Goodness Apparel, and IE Batteries for all of your battery necessities and toys.
Yep. We got 1121 clothing. Enough said. The comedian, the Central's finest, Kevin Ali. Hole in One Records. What up, Swiss the Big Cheese? Pay Yourself Entertainment, Chiefo, Kia's Catering, Mike and Ike Studios, herbswelove.com, Craft and Cork out there in Susoon, Sick City, One Shot, One Film, and all of our dedicated thinksters around the world, man. Thank you for tapping in. Enjoy y'all holidays, man.
Things of that nature.